Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Good morning. This session is on accountancy profession. My name is Aliza Ashari, MRSM PC Alumni Batch 8. I have over 25 years of experience in finance and accounting with more than 10 years at senior management level. I'm a fellow member of ACCA and a chartered member of MIA. I have left full-time employment at the end of 2016. I'm currently self-employed. The last position I held was a CFO. Okay, what is MIA? MIA in Malaysia Institute of Accountants. In Malaysia, for you to be able to call yourself an accountant, you must be a member of MIA. So let's see what is MIA. MIA is a statutory body under the Ministry of Finance. It's established under the Accountants Act 1967 to regulate and develop the accountancy profession in Malaysia. The regulatory role includes members' registration to ensure compliance with relevant rules, compliance with financial reporting, auditing and ethics standards, surveillance, initiatives to ensure compliance, enforcement on non-compliance, and also there's a developmental role. Baseline competency for accountancy professionals, thought leadership, technical guidance, updates and support, including standard setting, and the CPD, of course talent pipeline as well. Okay, leading the profession. Who are the people behind MIA? We have a CEO, Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Nur Mazila. The President was just elected, Dr. Virenderjit Singh. Vice President, Associate Professor, Dr. Zuraida Ibrahim. Okay, what is accountancy profession? When you talk about accountancy, people always associate accountant with numbers. So that's basically financial literacy. You have to be able to analyze numbers, read numbers, understand the numbers, and will be able to tell the stories behind the numbers. And with these numbers, with the analysis, you should be able to advise and provide strategic advisory. We always say that accountant in a company is the stewardship of the financial. You are the one who holds the bank account. You are the one who holds the company's assets, ensure that there's enough cash for business continuity and sustainability. So with all this comes integrity, accountability and trust. Sectors. What are the sectors that accountants serve in? There are 4 main sectors: public practice, commercial and industry, academia and public sector. Okay, let's see what are they. Public practice. Public practice is normally known as audit firms. We normally say these firms are audit firms. The main ones, the big ones in Malaysia is PwC, EY, Ernst & Young, Grant Thornton, KPMG, Deloitte. Those are the big ones. So there are statutory auditors, company secretaries, tax consultants, management consultants, advisors, liquidators. These are the people who work in this public practice. So in the pyramid, you can see the number of years indicated there to show how long does it take for somebody to be able to go to that level. For example, assistant manager, 4 to 6 years, senior manager, 10 year plus, partner probably 15 years, something like that. It's just an indicative. The next one is commercial and industry. This is one sector that most accountants work in. So you can be internal auditors, company secretaries, company accountants, assistant manager, finance executive, or even CEO, CFO, group financial controller. So again, that's an indicative of how long does it take for you to get there. It depends, actually, it's just an indication. The next one is academia. This is the academicians, lecturers, deans, head of departments, professor, teachers, tutors. Public sector is actually the government. So there are accountants working in the government sector, in the Inland Revenue, Bank Negara, all the ministries, the Accountant General, those places. So, okay, when you talk about the sectors, while you're taking your degree or even your professional papers, you must already have basic idea of what you want to go into. For example, if you aspire to become a tax consultant, you must take tax papers, or if you are interested to become company secretary, then you must take the law papers. So if say audit, you want to become an audit partner, you must take audit papers. So because I've come across students or graduates who want to go into audit firm but did not take audit in the final exam, so that will make it difficult. So it depends where your interest is. You must plan your career path properly, even at degree level or even at your professional exam level. Okay, those are the 4 main sectors. New and future skill sets. Skill sets required by accountants to embrace technology. Previously I always have this question coming with the Revolution 4.0, with computers taking over the job of human being, will accountants still be relevant? So these are the questions that normally being posted. So, in order for you to become relevant, you must embrace the technology. You must have interest in technology, technological skill sets, and ability to handle digital tools. And most important is also communication, English language proficiency, ability to articulate ideas, and critical thinking, creativity, strategic thinking, analytical skill sets. These are all the main skill sets required for accountants. Magnificent 7 attributes vital for accountancy professionals. All these attributes: technical, ethical competency, creative intelligence, emotional intelligence, digital vision, and of course experience. Okay, let's see. Critical skill sets of the next generation, again, quite technical here. IT audit, industry awareness, communication, again, technical accounting skill, of course, a flair for commerciality, goal setting skill, these are all the skill sets. Let's see, how to become a chartered accountant in Malaysia. Okay, I think this is more relevant to you at this stage. Which route to take to become an accountant? There are 3 routes, 3 paths. First is, if you are a member of a recognized accounting body and you become a full member, then you can apply to become a chartered accountant in MIA. Or the next one, if you have degree with a recognized university, an accountancy degree with a recognized university with sufficient amount of experience, working experience, you can also apply to become a chartered member. The third one is, if you have an accountancy degree but with a non-recognized university, then you have to take MIA QE, they call it MIA qualifying exam first. Then with your sufficient working experience, then only you can apply to become a chartered accountant. So there are 3 routes here. We can go detail in those items. MIA recognized universities program in Malaysia. So these are the universities which are recognized by MIA for the accountancy degree. So there's UKM, UTM, Universiti Putra, Universiti Islam, USM, Universiti Terengganu, Universiti Sabah, Universiti Selangor, Universiti Sultan Zainal Abidin, USIM. There are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12. No, hang on. That's more than 12 here. 15, 17. Yeah, there's 17 here. University degree which are recognized by MIA. So going back to the first slide just now, so if you have a degree from this university, then it will be this route with the recognized university accountancy degree program. With your working experience, you can apply to become the chartered member of MIA. Okay, next one. MIA recognized professional bodies. There are 10 professional bodies here recognized by MIA. MICPA is our Malaysian Institute of Certified Public Accountant. There's Institute Chartered Accountant of Scotland. ICAEW. Okay, this is the most prestigious professional body, ICAEW. There's ACCA, Chartered Accountant in Ireland. There's CIMA, CPA Australia, CA New Zealand, Canadian Chartered Accountant, and India Chartered Accountant. So those are the 10 recognized professional body by MIA. So going back to the slide, the route just now is this one. Yeah, recognized accountancy body. When you become a full member, you can straight away apply to become chartered member. Okay, because for you to become a full member, you first need to have working experience. So in between here, there's working experience here before you become the full member. Hence why you don't go through this route, the MIA care. Yeah, you straight away go here. Okay. If you have a degree with a non-qualified, non-recognized university, then you have to take a MIA qualifying exam. So what are these MIA qualifying exam? You have to undertake MIA QE assessment and 4 papers in the QE examination. Okay, let's see. First, you must possess a degree relating to accounting, business or finance. The degree must be recognized by JPA or approved by MIA Council. The accounting content of the qualification must not be less than 60% of the total qualification. So you have to take this QE, MIA QE. So the framework is like this. There's 60% exam and 40% workshop. So the final exam, 60% marks, compulsory to pass the final exam to attain at least 30% out of the 60%, meaning 50% passing marks. Workshop evaluation 40%, group 20%, project paper and presentation, individual another 20%, quizzes and assignments. So these are the 4 papers that you have to take under the QE exam: the business company law, advanced financial reporting, audit and tax. Yeah, those are the core subjects. Okay, this is the fees for the QE, the fee structure, 7,009 for now. The MIA care. MIA care is actually working experience, but when you work in a company or in any organization, your superior, the person you report to, must be a qualified accountant. He or she must be a chartered accountant for you to be able to get the sufficient training from her. Yeah, and with that training, you can then apply to become the chartered member. Okay, areas of competency, the experience that you must have for you to be able to apply to become the chartered member. So if you see the first box, areas of competency, there are about 8 there. You must have at least minimum 1 area from level 1 to level 3, or 2 areas from level 1 to level 2. Level 1, level 2, level 3 means the depth of the competency. So if you do 1 area, you must be competent until level 3. Or if you cover 2 areas, the minimum is only at level 2. Yeah. So and the generic competency, all 3 areas of competency is the minimum. Let's go through some statistics. Membership statistics in Malaysia. MRA has 36,000 members, of which 54% are female and 46% are male. So like I said just now, 65.8% of the members work in commercial and industry. Yeah. Second is public practice, the accounting firm just now we said 23%. Public sector, the government, about 9%, and last is academician, 2%. Typical work of an accountant, yeah. If say you are a company accountant, your typical work would be preparing accounts, tax return, administering the payroll, controlling income and expenditure, compiling and presenting reports, budget, business plans, and of course commentaries and the financial statements. So this is the work of a company accountant. For an auditor, the auditor would review the financial information of a company and reports on findings, or if there's any investigation, there's investigation on errors or fraud, perform audit on operations, report on findings and provide recommendations. For auditor, there are two types, external or internal auditor. For internal auditor is the one normally performing audit on operations, report on finding and provide recommendation. For the external auditor, they normally review the financial statement at the end of the year. It's once a year thing, and they form an opinion on the financial statement, and if there's any error or fraud, they would do investigation. For tax consultant, I'm just giving 3 examples here. Yeah, tax consultant, they would prepare tax returns, provide advice on the impact of particular business transaction on tax, the impact on tax, yeah, and maximize business income with proper tax planning. So they provide tax planning advice. They prepare tax return to submit to Inland Revenue. This is also once a year. So these are the typical accountant work. Let's see. Okay, let's look at which route to take. Often there's question posted about whether you should do degree first or straight away do professional. So if we look at the differences, yeah, degree, if you take degree at a university, it's an internally assessed exams. You would have projects, workshop, presentation, assignments, group work, probably some quizzes, you know, that would constitute the final marks for your exam. But for professional course, all exams are externally assessed and they are 100% exam based, meaning there's no contribution coming from your presentation, assignment, quizzes or group work or whatever. Everything is based on exam, 100% exam based. So if you ask my preference, well, those days 30 over years ago when I did my ACCA, we had no choice. We had to go to ACCA direct after A-levels. But if I were given a choice, I would prefer to do degree first actually. So I would recommend you all think about this carefully, but my preference is do degree first, do accountancy degree at a very good university so that you can get a lot of exemptions. So and after graduation, you will end up having to do only 4 papers, ACCA papers. So with that ACCA 4 papers, it'll take probably just a year plus for you to complete, depending, because there are 4 times exam, 4 exams in a year nowadays. So you can take 1 paper each time. So there are 4. If you finish, you complete, you pass everything at one sitting, then it'll take just a year. Or if you don't think you can take every 3 months exam, then probably you'll take about a year plus. But with a degree, at least you have a degree with you before you decide to go into professional. But if you straight away go into professional, there's a bit of a risk there. If you take a long time, if you don't get through every time you take the exam, then you'll be taking more time. I have seen students who took probably more than 4 or 5 years, to complete the professional course. There's a note here. Oxford Brookes University grants a CCA student its degree in applied accounting, but there's a minimum of 9 papers, ACCA core papers, and some papers from the university. I think the 9 papers include some core papers like financial reporting, auditing, and financial management. So this is something that you have to really think about. The other thing is, why should I do professional course after I have a degree? Well, in accountancy, in accounting line, nowadays, almost everybody has a degree. So to differentiate yourself so that you stand out, when you go for interview or also in your career path, you must have that additional advantage. It's not the same as engineers. Yeah, they don't have to really go for professional. But for accountancy, for me, and you all as MRSM students, I think it's a must for you to have professional qualification after your degree. Same like if you're going for medicine, yeah, you don't want to just be a general practitioner forever. You must have specialization. So this is the same thing. Degree is just a degree. Although with a degree at a recognized university, you will get chartered member of MIA, but to me that's not sufficient. You must have professional qualification, in order for you to gain recognition in your career. Okay, so okay, that's all the best in your SPM. Good luck. Thank you.